Bismillah ar-Rahman. Again, I am very happy having you here. This is mejelle class, mejelle ahkam adliya, and we are at the article 374. Okay. Here, let me read first. بيع نافذ في الحال حكمي إفادة أداة. بيع, you know, selling. بيع. نافذ, you know this word. Effective, valid, executable, from nafada. Nafada, to infiltrate, soak, water, sponge, water does nufuz, nafada, into sponge. Sponge absorbs it, nafada. Nafiz. نافذ. بيع نافذ, executable sale في الحال حكم إفادة. This is في in حال, present, now, في الحال. في الحال, in the present, at the present. So, these are keywords. بيع نافذ في الحال حكمي إفادة أداة. It is written like this here. Okay. So what that means, nafiz, type of selling and buying, sale, gets affected, executed, same time. What is hukma? When somebody sells something, the ownership goes to other side of that thing, and money paid, ownership of that money goes to seller. So when that begins, when this ownership transfer happens, fil hal, at the moment, same time, immediately, that is the meaning. You know, بيع نافذ, بيع صحيح, بيع باطل, بيع فاسد. We discussed some of them before. What is بيع فاسد? What is بيع باطل, void? What is بيع? نافذ is صحيح and executable بيع. So it's حكم, it's ruling, like whatever is necessary, consequent, legally, في الحال, at the moment, at the present. حال. This is حال. This is في. Okay. بيع نافذ, English, gives beneficial effects at once. Beneficial, it is not there, but this is what is translated like out of it, literal, or to me, its rule gets affected, it becomes effective at once, immediately. Bay nafiz gives beneficial effects at once. Bey nafizi lazımda mütebayian hiçbirisi dönemez. Once more. Bey nafizi lazımda mütebayiandan hiçbirisi dönemez. Lazım. Lazım. Lazime becomes necessary, binding, sticks, luzum, lazım. Bey' nafiz, executable but lazım, immediately binding. So, bey' nafiz, lazım, gayr lazım. Lazım, binding. Gayr lazım, not binding. Okay? We are speaking about binding. Mutabayi'an. Mutabayi'an. This is Ain. This is Hamza. Mutabayi'an, the ones who selling to each other, like seller and buyer, two of them. From Bay', this word, تبايع كتب كاتب تكاتب تبايع متبايعان is اسم الفاعل. Okay, when bay' is lazim, nafiz and lazim, mutabayi'an, the ones who are selling each other to mutabayi'un, mutabayi'ani. What that means, seller and buyer, mutabayi'an, hiçbirisi dönemez. None of them can go back to their promise. None of them can go back from their transaction. Because it is binding, they are mutabaya, it is lazim, no other things you can do. So, bey' nafizi lazimde mutabayi'andan hiçbirisi dönemez. None of them can turn back, go back from his promise. $375. when a bay' nafiz is lazim, neither of the contracting parties can go back from it. When a bay' nafiz is lazim, neither of the contracting parties can go back from it. None of them can go back. $376. بيع غير لازم ده مخير olan taraf bey'i fesk edebilir. So lazım, gayr lazım. Gayr, not. Gayr. بيع غير لازم ده a bay' which is not binding غير لازم مخير olan talaf, anybody who has khiyar بيع فسخ edebilir, he can cancel the bay'. مخير khiyar, choice, option. You know this word khiyar from. Anybody who has option, seller or buyer, can do fasq cancellation. Fasq. Fasq. Fasq cancellation. بيع غير لازم ده مخير olan taraf bey'i fasq edebilir. Any bay' which is not lazim, not binding, that the person who has khiyar, choice option, can do fasq cancellation. $376. Where a bay' is غير lazim, the person who has the option can annul it. Where a bay' is غير lazim, the person who has the option can annul it. Annulment, cancellation, annul, to annul, making nil, zero, not existing. Okay, 377. بيع موقوف عند الإجازة حكم إفادة دار. بيع موقوف عند الإجازة حكم إفادة دار. بيع موقوف. موقوف. from وقف to stop. وقف موقوف. وقف وقف stopping, reading Quran stopping. وقف stop. قف stop, sign of stop. قف order. موقوف stopped بيع, suspended. It is there but not active. Young child, father died, has a lot of wealth. He does not know the business rules, is not mature enough. He has guardian. So, young child sells something. His selling is valid but not active, suspended. Suspended stays like that. If permission from after done, suspect valid but suspected not activated. If permission comes from guardian, then it becomes activated. This is موقوف. موقوف. بيع موقوف. Okay? بيع موقوف. Another word is عند الإجازة. عند in the presence. عند الله. إجازة إجازتنامة إجازة إجازة permit. جواز جواز allowable. جواز جائز جائز the word جائز إجازة. So بيع موقوف, any بيع which is موقوف عند الإجازة حكم إفادة دار becomes effective when عند الإجازة. But before إجازة it is not in effect. Okay. '77, 377. بيع موقوف has a beneficial effect after leave has been given, after permission has been given. A بيع موقوف has a beneficial effect, becomes effective, becomes in force when after leave has been given, after permission has been given by who? By guardian. They could have translated a little better, but this much is enough too. Okay.
Is there a word for guardian in the text?
There is no guardian, not mentioned in the text, no. $378. A little long article. Bey-i Fuduli'de mal sahibi veya vekili yahut velisi yahut vesisi icazet verir ise nafiz ve vermez ise münfesih olur. Fakat icazette bayi ve müşteri ve muciz ve mebi' kaim olmak şarttır. Bunların birisi helak olsa icazet caiz olmaz. Keywords. Bey, you know bey. Fuduli. Fudul. Fuduli. Comes from fadla. Fadl. Fudul. Fudul comes from fadl, fudul. Fadl, grace, bounty. Allah afdal, best, better. Allah has fadl, fadlullahi. Allah said fadl, Allah's fadl. What that means? Allah's grace, Allah's bounties, Allah's help, Allah's grace. Fuduli has a little different meaning in legal system. If somebody is doing something without being asked by himself, a kindness, a goodness, he is doing fuduli. He is fuduli. But in legal sense, I mentioned this before, but young girls may not, perhaps were not here that time. Fuduli is a person who does without being asked, without being authorized before to do that thing, without being requested as deputy, as representative, as agent. For example, you have your neighbor, he has cattle and everything, you see every day morning, and he goes, collects the eggs, and the chickens come out, and the cattle graze. But you saw next a day, nothing is happening in that house. Allah. Then waited up to Zuhr time, nothing is happening. So you knock the door, no voice. Then you found out that he has died or something. Or you don't know, there is nobody at home. So, these eggs will go bad. cattle will be at the ranch or left over there. So what to do? Then you do without being authorized by a judge, by anyone. You do yourself regularly, grab the chicken, eggs, sell them, how to keep, how to preserve, and there are fruits and will go bad, collect them, sell on his behalf. Cattle's morning, then 15 days later these guys show up. Some of them are expensive, you paid a lot of money. You are fuduli, you are not wakil. No wakala. Wakala, like delegating. You do on my behalf. He didn't say like that. You, from your side, you did some good things as if you were authorized for his kindness, goodness. This is fuduli. So if that person sells this chicken, sells these eggs on behalf of the owner without being authorized, fuduli. Bay' fuduli. Marvelous Islam. Islam is marvelous. We don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows Islam. Wa Islam. Pity to Islam. Wa Islam. Pity, pity, pity. What is happening to Islam? Huh? Bay' fuduli, any bay' which is fuduli, mal sahibi, the owner of the real owner, veya vekili, or his vekil, sahib, sahib means owner, possessor. Sahib. Okay? Owner, sahib. Then vakil. Vakil, delegated, deputy, power of attorney. Vakil. Vakala, vakil. This is the chapter we are reading in Fajr, after Fajr. Of course, 3-4 people are listening. What is this? This is not namaz. This is not optional prayer. This is not dua. Why this guy is reading? Somebody in the corner. They said this message is very strong, very good. But he's not mentioning about how to raise children. Because he has problem in his mind. He wants me to preach that one. Yeah. But this is Islam, he doesn't know. He himself perhaps representing someone haram, doing haram, thinking that his namaz will clear that. Never clear. Islam is perfect. Perfect. Sahib, Vakil, Vakala. 4 mazhab. We are reading 4 mazhab. Vakil. Okay. Wali. Wali, guardian. Wali. Wali, guardian. Wasi. Wasi, Wali, Wasi. Wasi, with inheritance, with living will. Wasi, appointed by living will. Father said, take care of my children when I die, my wealth when I die. Okay. So, Bay' fuduli that, if there is a Bay' fuduli, man sahibi, owner, or vakil, or man sahib's vakil, owner's representative, agent. yahut veli or wali, veli, father, mother, father, guardian, brother, oldest brother, or wasi, or appointed person by living will, wasiyat. If they ijazat verirse, if they give ijazat to that transaction, permission, nafiz olur. That transaction becomes nafiz, effective, in force. Verilmezse, if he doesn't give, the owner or his vekil or wasi or veli does not give permission, fuduli, munfasikh olur. That aqd becomes munfasikh, munfasikh, annulled. Fakat, but icazet da, when the person giving icazet permission time icazet da, buyer, seller, müşteri, buyer, ve muciz, icaze giver, ve mebi', sold material, aim olmak şarttır, must be there. If material is not there, or if sold material is not there, or buyer is not there, müşteri is not there, that is not valid. Bunların birisi helak olsa, if one of these people gets helak, lost, died, or not existing, icazet caiz olmaz. Give permission will not be valid. If sold material gets destroyed or burned, then icazet will not be valid. Let me just a little bit rush to have two articles more. In a bay' by a person who makes a transfer for another without legal right, fuduli. If the owner of the property, or his agent, or his natural guardian, or his legal guardian give permission, the bay' is naqis. If he do not give permission, the bay' is annulled. But on the giving of permission, it is a condition that the seller and the buyer and the person who gives the permission and the thing sold be in existence, must be there. If one of these has perished, lost, disappeared, died, the permission is not lawful. Yes, a little bit long, but let me rush. So, $79. Bey-i mukayyadada bedelinin ikisi de mebi' hükmünde olduğundan bunlar da mebi'in şeraiti muteberdir. Fakat teslimce münazaa vukuunda mütebayyan ikisi birden teslim etmez. Teslim ve tesellüm ederler. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Okay, now bey-i mukayazada bedelinin ikisinde mebi'in hükmünde olduğundan bunlarda mebi'in şeraiti muteberdir. Keyword is mukayada. Bey, mukayada. 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 Mukayada from kayada. Kayada. Barter in English, I believe. To exchange. To exchange materials. No money is involved. I am giving eggs, you are giving me apples. Something, okay? Exchanging the two sides. There is no money. No dollar, no dinar, no silver, nothing. So, bay' muqayyada. If there is an exchange of the stuff selling to each other, that is also sale, bay'. Bay' muqayyada'da bedelinin ikisi de mebi' hükmünde olduğundan each bedel like other side, what other side is given, mebi', bedel, mebi', bedel. What this guy's seller is giving is bedel of other things, like representing other person's thing. Then other guy is whatever he is giving representing money. I mean, each money is thing representing different things. Because it is like that, Bey' mukayyada'da bedelinin ikisi de, bedeleynin ikisi de, two bedels, each one bedel, both of them mebi' hükmünde olduğundan, each is in the rule of mebi', sold material. Seller is giving something, other guy is giving another thing, that is like money. So, from buyer side, he is giving money to the seller. Seller giving something, the other side is selling to him. Purchaser is selling, seller. Whatever he gives also is like money. I mean, this is what it is. Okay. Because whatever each one is giving is substitute money, each one is seller stuff, okay? Bunlar da, in this situation, mebi'in şerait-ı muteberdir. The conditions of mebi', sold material, is valid. So each one need to have sold material conditions related with sold materials, like must be known, must be existed, must be present, or must be qualified, described well. these rulings, these conditions must be met for this and for this too. Okay? Fakat teslimce münaza vukuunda, if in the teslim, delivering, there is munaza'a, there is conflict, there is argument, if that is munaza'a, conflict. Niza'. Niza'. Munaza'a. Niza', fight, arguing. In that case, mutabayi'an, ikisi birden teslim ve tesellüm ederler. Mutabayi'an, the seller and buyer, two sides. They do together, teslim deliver, the other one tesellüm gets. So, this one needs to give, the other one needs to give, same time, to eliminate the niza', the fight, the conflict, the argument. Let me read once more. Bey-i mukayyadada, bedelinin ikisi de mebi' hükmünde olduğundan, bunlar da mebi'in şeraiti muteberdir. Fakat teslimce münaza vukuunda mutabayi'an, ikisi birden teslim ve tesellüm ederler. Yes. English. So 379. In Bay' Muqayaza, since the two things bartered are looked upon as the price of one another, with regard to this, the conditions about things which are sold are in force. Conditions, requirements related with sold materials discussed in other chapters must be observed, must be there. But when there is a question about delivery, not question, but fight, but discussion, but debate, argument, no agreement about delivery, each of the contracting parties must make delivery and acceptance at the same time, immediately. Okay, I think today we need to conclude at this point.